Welcome, dear students. In this class, we'll be looking at noun phrases, synonyms and antonyms, summary writing, and phrasal verbs. A phrase is a group of grammatically related words lacking a subject and a verb. That is, it does not contain a verb or a subject and therefore does not make complete sense. It is a group of grammatically related words lacking a subject and a verb. Types of phrases are noun phrase, adjectival phrase, prepositional phrase, infinitive phrase, and gerund phrase. However, in today's lesson, we will be looking at noun phrase. A noun phrase is a group of words headed by a noun that includes modifiers. It is a group of words that performs the function of a noun in a sentence. The components of a noun phrase, when we talk about components of a noun phrase, we're looking at the parts. What type of words usually form a noun phrase? Now, in a noun phrase, we usually see nouns, articles, adjectives, prepositional phrase, and determinants. So, in a noun phrase, you can see any of these constituents, either a noun, an article, an adjective, a prepositional phrase, or a determiner. In the sentence we have on the screen, I have a very old house. A very old house is the noun phrase in the sentence, and there we can find an article, an adverb, an adjective, and also a noun, which is the head word of the sentence. More examples of noun phrases include: we waved at the three men in a boat. Intelligent young men are rare to find. Sleeping without light is not something I enjoy. In the third sentence, there we have a gerund functioning as a noun phrase. Functions of the noun phrase. The first grammatical function of the noun phrase is it performs the function of the subject of the verb. That means it is the doer of the action expressed by the verb in the sentence. Our school won the stand competition. Our school is the noun phrase in the sentence and also functioning as the subject of the verb. The beautiful girl comes here every day. The beautiful girl is the noun phrase in the sentence and also performing the function of the subject of the verb. Another function performed by the noun phrase in a sentence is the direct object of the verb. Example, we have our neighbors informed the police. The police is the direct object of the verb in the sentence. A noun phrase also performs the function of the indirect object of the verb. Example, we have Simon gave the girl 4 cars. Simon gave the girl 4 cars. The girl is the noun phrase in the sentence and also performs the function of the indirect object of the verb. Please take note that a direct object is the receiver of the action of the verb, while the indirect object is the recipient of the direct object. A noun phrase also functions as an object complement in a sentence. Example, we have the youth selected me chairman of the committee. The youth selected me chairman of the committee. Chairman of the committee is the noun phrase in the sentence and also the object complement. It's complementing the object, which is me. A noun phrase also functions as the subject complement in a sentence. They emerged champions. They emerged champions. Champions is a noun functioning as what? The noun phrase and also the subject complement is complementing the subject they. A noun phrase also functions as the object of a preposition. The children stood by the river. The river is the noun phrase and also the object of the preposition by in the sentence. A noun phrase also functions as an appositive. Now, what is an appositive? When we say a noun phrase is in opposition to another noun in a sentence, it means that both the noun and the noun phrase refer to the same person or thing. Nigeria, the oil giant of Africa, attained independence in 1960. The oil giants of Africa is the noun phrase in the sentence and also the appositive in the sentence. Next, we'll be moving over to synonyms and antonyms. I'm sure it's a familiar topic. Many of us have come across synonyms and antonyms in our previous classes. Synonym is a word that is similar in meaning to another word. It can be a single word or also a phrase. Example, we have cold. The synonym of cold is chilly. The synonym of funny is humorous. The synonym of nice is pleasant. The synonym of yummy is delicious. Synonym of fearful is timid. Synonym for quick is fast. Synonym for brave is what? Fearless. More examples of synonyms include intelligent, bright. Plentiful is synonymous to abundance. Adore is synonymous to admire. Next, we'll be moving over to antonyms. Antonyms are the opposite of synonyms. An antonym is a word that has the opposite meaning to another word. Example, negative, the antonym is positive. The antonym of happy is sad. The antonym of above is below. Antonyms are broadly divided into two categories, namely graded and complementary antonyms. Graded antonyms are word pairs that have variations between the two opposites. That is, they are nearly opposite in meaning because they have different degrees of variations. For example, the antonyms big and little. We have different variations between them. Before we get to little, we have antonyms like huge, bulky, slight, petite, little. So we have variations between them. Complementary antonyms are the opposite of graded antonyms. Complementary antonyms are opposite in meaning with no middle ground. Example, we have the antonym for true is false. The antonym for dead is what? Alive. So you are either dead or alive. Some examples of words, we'll be looking at examples of words, the synonyms and antonyms of some words. Example, young. The synonym of young, we have youthful, juvenile. The antonyms include mature, adults. Synonym for the word increase, add, grow. Antonyms are decrease, shrink. Synonym for the word love, we have adore, worship. Antonyms are hate and just. Synonyms of the word genuine, we have real, authentic. Antonyms are fake and bogus. Our next topic for today will be summary writing. A summary is a short version of an existing text. A summary is a short version of an existing text. It involves writing down a brief and concise account of a long passage. Now, usually we come across summary passages where you'll be asked to summarize, to answer some questions and summarize the answers. Here are some guidelines for effective summary writing. Number one, include the main ideas of the text or passage. Number two, do not include unnecessary information such as examples or specific details. Remember, you are to stick to only the main ideas of the text or passage you have been given to summarize. Number three, do not include your ideas or opinion of the text. Do not include your ideas or opinion of the text. Number four, stick to the word limit that you have been given. Do not exceed that. Try as much as possible to stay within the word limit you have been given to summarize. And lastly, use your own words when writing summary. Do not copy directly from the text. It is known as mindless lifting and you'll be penalized for that. You can use keywords from the text, but do not copy phrases and sentences from the text. Lastly, we'll be looking at phrasal verbs in today's lesson. A phrasal verb is an expression that consists of either a verb and a preposition or a verb and an adverb. The meaning of a phrasal verb is different from its component words. It is idiomatic in meaning, meaning that it has more than one meaning. It's usually idiomatic because it has more than one meaning, which most times they are different from the meaning of the component words. Example, we have the phrasal verb take off. It can have different meanings, such as to remove something, an airplane going up, to increase fast in success or popularity, to leave. You can use any of the meanings depending on the context or the sentence you are making. Examples of sentences we have: it was a warm sunny day and I decided to take off my coat. I hope our plane will take off on time. You can see that the phrasal verb take off has different meanings in both sentences. Here are more examples of phrasal verbs. Drop out means to quit a class or to quit school. Fall apart means to break into pieces. Get away means to go on a vacation or to go on a leave. Give up means to stop trying or to die. Example, he gave up the ghost. Get back means to return. Now, let's watch this short video to learn more about using phrasal verbs in our everyday conversation.
Hi, Lucy. Thanks for coming over. You're looking great. Come on in.
Hi, Melanie. Sorry for turning up so late.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Welcome to my apartment.
It looks amazing. Thanks for inviting me over. I love the furniture.
The furniture was here when I moved in. Sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Thanks.
Would you like something to drink? I have Diet Coke, fruit juice, and coffee.
A Diet Coke, please. So, please tell me, how are you getting on with your life as a college student?
Well, in the beginning, it was hard for me to fit in. I grew up in a small town. I was not used to living in a big city. I didn't even have any friends, and I felt pretty lonely. It was hard for me to hang in there. But things have changed for the better. I finally made a few good friends to hang out with.
That's great to hear. What's a typical day in your life like?
Well, I wake up at 7 a.m. I go to the bathroom, wash my face, and brush my teeth. I work out every morning. I can't do without it. Before exercising, I usually like to warm up by doing stretches. Then I take a shower. And after that, I have breakfast. Next, I write down my to-do list for the day. I always plan my day ahead. I have a strict schedule, and I do my best to stick to it. Then I check the weather because I like to be prepared for the day. And pick out the right outfit. Before I leave, I put on my makeup.
We've come to the end of today's lesson, and I am sure that you have learned a lot in today's lesson. Thank you for watching this video, and never forget that hard work pays.